What's up, guys? Welcome back. We've got another patch job that we want to bring you guys along with. Before we get started, go subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from us. Like this video and absolutely share this with Mama Nim. Y'all come on. All right, let me show you guys what we got today. A local real estate agent gave me a call last week and said she was ready to close on the house, but there was a leak in the roof and there was some sheetrock damage to the ceiling in this bedroom and to the wall. And so what we're going to do is we're going to replace this damaged sheetrock right here. Come about 2 foot in right here on this cracked joint. We're going to rip out about 3 foot out, about 6 foot down. We're going to repatch this damaged sheetrock. We're going to clean up this wall here as they didn't want to tear anything out on the wall just yet. So, but y'all come on, watch how we get it done. Now what I want to do is I want to find the furthest, most outward spot of damaged sheetrock where it's loose and stained. And I want to find that measurement so then I can measure that straight across. So on this one, we're 27 inches. This one over here, 25 inches. So we're going to go 27 inches out off of the crown right here. All right, now I've marked out my area that I want to cut out. And so now I'm going to run just a blade across it real quick, loosen it up, cut it out, take a look at what's behind it, and then see if I need to go a little further so I can find stud, ceiling joist, or if I'm just going to use dead wood. So let's get this cut out. All right, so we just got the sheetrock cut out, and I want to show you a couple things. Obviously, I wasn't exactly sure the orientation of the ceiling joist, and so seeing what we see now, which I'll show you in just a second, I'm definitely going to need some dead wood, some 2x4s that I'm going to need to put up in there. So I'm going to have to go get a 2x4 real quick. But let me show you what we got, and then let me show you the kind of the work area and just something that I've learned that may help, especially when you're doing ceiling patches. Y'all take a look at this. All right, so I prepped my work area with 2 drop cloths. Just not sure exactly how things were gonna fall out, but I am so glad I did. You can see all this blow-in insulation, which I'll definitely have to remind the homeowner that they're gonna need to have some blown back in once I'm finished. But with my 2 drop cloths that I put down, I am just about going to be able to roll up 99% of this this blow-in insulation that fell from the attic. So, Pratt's Pro tip number 1: always use a drop cloth. Always use something to gather some of your the debris, so cleanup's a little bit easier. Let me show you the hole that we've got. Again, it came out to approximately 5 feet long by 27 inches wide. But you can see I've got one floor joist here, ceiling joist here, that I'll be able to nail to. I'm gonna have to put a piece of dead wood in up underneath this insulation and run it all the way down the length of that so I can pull up this existing sheetrock up tight with my new piece. And everything will pull up tight just fine there. I'm gonna have to run another 2x4 on top of this piece of sheetrock here all the way down and just sister it up against that 2x6 there and run it all the way down. Again, dead wood is not structural, so I'm not having to go by some sort of code and using 2x6s or anything like that. The dead wood is just simply something to give me to pull my sheetrock up tight to, and because I can't use what is there, and that's why it's called dead wood. So you can see what we got here. We got about a 27-inch wide by 5-foot long patch that I'll get dead wood put in here on this side too, and here to pull up that nice and tight. Well, I got some dead wood. Got a couple short pieces 2x4 and two 6-foot long pieces here to put on the long parts. We're gonna get this screwed in. Guys, got the sheetrock all hung in there. As you can see right there behind me, above me, we ended up with a 55-inch long piece by 27-inch wide piece of new sheetrock going in. And so I'll get all three of those joints taped with some hot mud real quick, get the first coat on there, and then I'll just flat tape that seam running down the crown mold. And then got a little bit of a crack coming out of this joint right here, and I'll put a little bit of mesh tape over that also, and we'll get that covered with some hot mud. So anyway, let's go mix up some mud and get that first coat on here. And I think that's gonna be it for today. All right, y'all, come on. All right, it's time to mix up some 20-minute quick set mud. I'm just gonna run through real quick the tools I'm gonna use for this first coat. Of course, I'm gonna use my level 5-inch knife to mix my mud and to keep it nice and neat on my hawk. I'm gonna be putting on the first coat today with my level 5 8-inch taping knife. This is just gonna allow me to get good coverage over my mesh tape for that first coat. I'm not trying to completely bust this thing out to its maximum width. I just wanna get a good first base coat of hot mud on my tape. So I'm gonna use my 8-inch taping knife. Just standard mesh tape. Mesh tape is good for patching like this where it's not a solid sheet. It's gonna give it more rigidity when using hot mud. And it is more expensive than just regular paper tape, but I find that it makes my skim coat, my very first coat, go on a lot smoother. And this is the fiber tape. It's a lot smaller of a mesh. And so I really like the way this goes on. And of course, using my hawk, most people use a pan. I was taught by somebody who's been doing sheetrock for a long, long time, and this is the way it started out. So this is what I prefer to use. I prefer to use my hawk. So, all right, let's get some 20-minute mixed up, and we'll get that first coat put on. four of the joints. I double up the mesh tape here on this joint right here. One, because this piece of sheetrock that I hung in here has the recess in it. And so I just put two pieces across it. So it just gives coverage on that recess completely. So, all right, like I said, I got 20-minute here on the Hawk. And I've got my 8-inch knife here. And this is just gonna be my tape coat to bed it in. So here we go. You already seen the video. Yesterday I got everything put in, got the tape coat on. Today so far I've gotten the first full coat of hot mud, 20-minute, using 20-minute quick set. Got the first full coat. I'm fixing to pull the second coat the opposite way, and then it should be ready to skim with white mud today as soon as I get this this second full coat done. I'm using my, of course I got my 5-inch, my level 5 5-inch knife. And today I'm using my level 5 12-inch broad knife to pull this. Again, I ended up with about a 27-inch wide, about 55-inch long piece of rock here. And so that created 3 joints that I need to take care of. So here goes the second coat. Got my second full coat of hot mud on, 20-minute quick set, and everything looks good. Everything's covered, everything's good and level. Now I've got just regular white mud on my Hawk, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this with white mud. That way it'll dry overnight and it'll be ready to sand and paint tomorrow. I'm gonna put that on real quick. Y'all, that's the completion of day 2 for this ceiling patch. I'm gonna show you real quick what we've gotten done. I got both coats, full coats of 20-minute quick set hot mud on the ceiling today, and then also the skim coat of white mud. So it is ready to be sanded tomorrow and painted. I'm gonna give you a quick look at that real quick. I've also been able to go ahead and clean the wall up some. I am going to kills and paint the crown mold tomorrow. So the spot that you're gonna see on the crown mold, it'll be taken care of tomorrow. So y'all take a look at what we've got so far. So there's our ceiling patch. Again, it ended up being about 27 inches wide by 55 inches long. So tomorrow I'll come in and sand it, and I'll paint it, and I'll paint all the way back around the water spot that you see there. I'll kills it first around the smoke detector there, or at smoke detector or alarm and smoke detector. And I'll also kills and paint that area of the crown mold. You can see that the wall already, it looks better, but it still does show a little bit of water stain. The homeowner knows that it's gonna have to be killed and painted whenever they're ready to paint the entire house. So I wanna take just a second. I wanna show you something that I use on jobs like this. This is an 8-foot ceiling. You can see I can touch an 8-foot ceiling just standing on the ground like this, but to work with a broad knife and pulling it flat and smooth is not as possible for me from the ground. And since I don't use stilts because I'm in and out mixing up mud so much, I want to show you what I use to stand on. I'm sure you've heard the creaking and the noises it makes as I walk across it, but these are the benches I use. I use the Gorilla bench. I've got a set of those. I've got 2 of those, as you see here. And these benches are phenomenal. They're very lightweight aluminum, about almost 4 feet long by a foot wide, about 1.6 feet tall. So it allows me to reach an 8-foot ceiling and even a 9-foot ceiling, no problem at all. So these are great. As you can see here, they fold up nice and thin. So when I'm storing them away in the back of the truck or anywhere, man, they travel easy. They fold up good, lightweight to carry onto the job, easy to set up with the fold out legs, and they're just phenomenal. Not sponsored by Gorilla Ladders in any way. I could always go for it though. But these benches are phenomenal, and I've even got the 5-foot ladder, 6-foot ladder that I use here all times too. So just wanted to show you guys what I've been using to get this job done. Well, what's up guys? We're back for the last day of this patch video. Got a couple special guests with me today that are gonna help me, some of the Patch Pro crew here. And they got something they want to tell you real quick before we get started.
So please subscribe, turn on the notifications.
Like this video.
Like this video and tell Mom and them.
And tell Mom and them. Let's go. Well, all right, guys, we're back on the last day of this job. Today is sand day. Going to sand this patch. Going to put a little keels around the smoke detector over there where that water stain is. Going to put some keels on the crown right there. Going to paint the ceiling. Going to paint the crown and just finish cleaning up the wall a little bit. Then we're going to get our job site cleaned up, get everything vacuumed up, get everything loaded up, and haul some of the stuff off to the dumpster and get everything done for this one. So glad my two little compadres are here with me today. Some of the Patch Pro crew. They're going to help me get everything taken care of today and get everything vacuumed up for me. Y'all come on. That's a wrap for this job. Another job completed by the Patch Pro crew. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, turn on notifications, and absolutely tell Mom and them about the Patch Pro crew. Y'all come back, see us on the next video, and maybe these knuckleheads will be there again too. Y'all say bye.
Bye.